Hey guys, welcome back to the second channel. It's the first video in on this channel in I don't even remember how long. But today's video is something I've been excited about recording for a while, and that is my top 10 favorite Pokemon. So for context, I've only I've only played like one Pokemon game before, and it was Pokemon Y on my cousin's 3DS, so like uh 6 or 7 years ago or something like that. A long time ago. Um, but I did love the anime growing up. Black and White was my favorite series, but I also really like XYZ and um uh the Kanto one and the Hoenn one. I forget what the name of the show. This was an extremely hard list to make, particularly with the Gen 5 Pokemon, but I managed to do it, so now, without any further delay, let us get into the list. At number 10, I have Rhyperior. Um, I really like this Pokemon, mostly just because of the cool design. Um, that's pretty much it. I think it has some cool moves, but more than anything, I just think it looks awesome. Really cool looking Pokemon. Um, at number 9, Tyranitar. This is another absolutely awesome looking Pokemon. And I think that it's also just kind of a beast like combination to have on any like Pokemon team because it's dark and rock type, and that combination is devastating, and it's not a combination that you're likely to get as good with on many other Pokemon. So it's a must-have on any Pokemon team, and I also yeah, it also just looks awesome. And number 8 is Conkeldurr. Now I think that this Pokemon is extremely interesting because, um, I just think like the way that it uses its concrete pillars in Pokemon battles and also its fighting type moves are also really, really interesting. And I just think the design of it is once again very, very cool. I just like the final evolution of it. Um, at number 7, classic Pokemon, we have Charizard. My favorite from Gen 1. My favorite final evolution of all the Kanto starters. Um, I also feel a special connection to Charizard because the first ever Pokemon card I ever got was this special Charizard card with cool looking design on it. Um, so yeah, that's why I love Charizard. And number 6 is Deoxys. Um, Deoxys is an absolutely this was quite difficult to determine which of the legendaries from Gen 3 was my favorite because there are a lot of amazing legendaries from this generation. Um I think that the reason I picked Deoxys though is because I just think it's the coolest one. I mean, look, I remember the movie. The movie with Deoxys was awesome. Um, Additionally, the different forms of Deoxys are also super, super cool, and how it like makes clones of itself is also super interesting. This is just an overall amazingly cool Pokemon. And definitely one of my favorite legendaries. Number 5 is Samurott. Uh, Samurott is my favorite final evolution of any generation. And that is because, number one, I think he looks absolutely awesome. And two, he um he just absolutely has some of the coolest like watertight moves. He's super awesome looking. Uh just overall, I also have a lot of nostalgia toward watching Sandrock in particular from Black and White, so that is why he's just makes the top five. And number four is Keldeo. Um Interesting design for a Pokemon. I really like mainly my love for Keldeo comes from the amazing movie with him and Kyurem and and the different other three that I kind of forget the names of because they were more forgettable than Keldeo. Um and I think like watching his journey and his connection with Ash as he like covers his horn across the whole of the movie. It's really, really interesting and it's just such an awesome looking and Pokemon to watch on the movie. And number three, and my favorite mythical Pokemon is Meloetta. Um, So first off, I think the concept of Meloetta being this like mythical Pokemon that can sing like songs and like um and just like um do a bunch of other crazy things and also the fact that it has like a second form and everything, like the concept of the Pokemon is so unique and something I don't think we'll ever see again in terms of like unique mythical Pokemon, which is why I really love it. I also really love her design. I think the design of like the hair and the music notes is also extremely unique. And I think that her singing mechanics is also super duper interesting. And the main thing that I love about Meloetta is the significance that she plays to the plot in Black and White. That whole arc of the show is absolutely insane, and I love it. At number two is Zygarde. So, um, my favorite Pokemon from Gen 6, first of all. Firstly, each like stage of the Pokemon looks really cool. Like whether it's the 10%, the 50%, or the 100%, every single design looks absolutely awesome. Second, the way they in XYZ build up just the mystery revolving around what exactly this Pokemon is extremely fascinating and very well written TV show wise. And um when this Pokemon just becomes like a complete freaking beast and then just destroys everything, it's so entertaining. Um and then just like the absolute insanity of the way Zygarde ends up correlating to the ending and the plot of the uh show is just insane. And like the two different Zygardes battling it out in a city invested of like Zygarde like vines. It's crazy. Um and it's just such a cool Pokemon. And number one and my favorite legendary of all time, Curium. Um So there are several reasons why I love this Pokemon. Number one, the movie that him and Keldeo are from is my favorite Pokemon movie. Even after that Hoopa one, I think Hoopa would go under this one. Um but I just think the Pokemon concept itself looks insane. It's such a cool freaking Pokemon. Um, and honestly, it just looks insane. It just looks insane. Um, and um, and the other thing I really love about it is its different forms. So Black Kyrium takes on the same powers and appearance as Zekrom, and then the white form takes on the same appearance as Reshiram, which is so freaking badass. It's so cool looking. I love it. And it's also just an extremely powerful Pokemon. Um, and it's just so cool to watch. Um, so that is going to do it for my top 10 favorite Pokemon. And I'm going to do a quick cut in the video and a little bonus content. I'm also going to tell my dream Pokemon team and what that would look like. I just need to pause my recording and make sure I know all the Pokemon that would be in it. So, in a minute. Okay, sorry about that cut. Just, had to figure out the thing real quick. So, my dream Pokemon team would be Samurott for water type moves. Then, for my Dragon type, Haxorus. Then, for my Grass type, Sceptile. Then, for my Rock and Dark moves, Tyranitar. Then for my Steel type, I have Metagross. And then finally ending it off, Charizard. That would probably be my dream Pokemon team, honestly. Um, so with that in mind, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and more videos to come on the second channel. Later.